Carlos Nelson with the Kansas City Business Association, and we have a special guest here today. Who do we have here?
My name is Dr. Siobhan May Washington.
Hey, Dr. Washington, could you tell our audience a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're at now in your life, where you've been, and where you're going?
Oh, wow, that's a loaded question. Well, I am an educator, so I have been working in education for 30 years. My first job was as an English teacher at Anderson Alternative School in Kansas City. It was on 27th and Gillum, across from the Juvenile Justice Center. And after that position, I moved to Lincoln College Prep Academy, and I was an English teacher there for about maybe 13 years or so, and I was the department chair of English, the International Baccalaureate director of that program.
What is that about, the International Laureate?
The International Baccalaureate is a world-class curriculum, so it's global studies where the curriculum, you're connected with educators across the globe, and students have the wonderful opportunity to learn just real in-depth learning of all of the various disciplines.
And where are you at now?
So currently I'm at Pembroke Hill. So in 2003, I left Lincoln College Prep and became an English teacher there. After a couple of years, I became the department chair of English at Lincoln, and I'm currently the assistant principal of faculty development at Pembroke Hill.
Pembroke, all right. Tell our audience a little bit about your background. You're educated. Where did you go to school at? Get your degrees.
Okay,
per
so
se.
I want to start with my elementary education because I'm really
Excellent.
I'm proud of my entire journey. So I began at St. Joseph's School, which was on 16th and Paseo.
Homegrown.
And then from there, my high school career studies was at Loretto in Kansas City. It's on 124th and Warnell. And
Loretto, I thought it was, but you went there. When I first came here from New York in '78, that was really high powered.
yes,
Probably still is.
Well, it actually closed in 1984. I was the final graduating class of Loretto.
All right.
After there, I went to University of Iowa, came back to University of Missouri, Kansas City, UMKC. I received my bachelor's degree in English from UMKC. My first master's degree was also from UMKC, curriculum and instruction in English. And then my second master's degree was from Park University, education administration, and my doctorate is from Baker University.
All right. So you're getting ready to take over the helm at St. Teresa's. What's your vision on that?
I couldn't be more excited about my new position, which will begin in July at St. Teresa's Academy. It's a world-class school. It's single-sex education, and I'm really getting so invigorated by all of the studies of how single-sex education for girls really empowers them to be more vocal, to be leaders. There's lots of educational studies that really suggest that when girls learn in single-sex environments, they are more willing to be political, assertive, and especially in science, the studies show that they become, very just powerhouses in the science.
All right. With our association with St. Teresa's, came through Michelle Wimes, Esquire, and she is diversity. Deals in the business of diversity at Ogletree, Denkin, and whatever. But how do you feel you coming to St. Teresa's lends to the diversity? And do you have plans to try to get more diversity over there at St. Teresa's?
Yes. So I would be remiss of me not to say that Michelle Wimes and I, we go way back.
Tell our audience a little bit about that.
Right. So she also attended St. Joseph Elementary School.
Mm-hmm.
We were classmates. We graduated together. We had from 6th grade through 8th grade. Michelle was my classmate. She is also on the board of St. Teresa's Academy and a parent of three daughters.
Right.
And we've kept in touch, and she was aware of my educational background, my work at Pembroke Hill, and she encouraged me to apply. And I know she absolutely is a huge proponent of diversity and inclusion, and I'm happy that the board, selected me, and I want to bring my strengths and also partner with Michelle's strengths to increase diversity and inclusion for St. Teresa's Academy, because representation is important for everyone, not just for the students of color, but for all students.
And what would you have to say to you and Michelle go back elementary?
Yes, we do.
What would you have to say to any youngsters that's looking at this on your road to success, just like her road to success, that you can make it as women? What would you have to say to them?
I would say Michelle is a high-powered, successful woman in our community. I believe that I also have some strengths in that area. And the key to our success, we both believe education is the key. And we've spent years of study, in the classroom and networking with people.
How does mentorship go with that?
My success, and I'm sure Michelle's success, it's not through our own doing. So we had, we had the support of our families, we had the support of teachers and other mentors in the career field.
How important, with you being in a role of administrator, how important is it for you to have your constituents behind you? When I do sports interviews, I'm always asking the coaches and the players, how important is it to have your student body and the administration behind you?
It's very important. And so administrators, we work really hard to build those relationships. And we know it's not always going to be a happy, positive, relationship. But the thing about it is with conflicts you can grow. So it's important in moments of crises. I really believe that conflicts are gifts. And it's an opportunity for us to reach understanding and to reach consensus. And so, certainly as administrators, we want to work with the community. We want to work with the families. And only through hearing what's on each other's minds can you have progress.
That dialogue, right.
Absolutely.
In parting, would you have anything that you would like to let your audience know and your constituency?
I would just want the audience to know that I'm so excited to be joining the family of St. Teresa's. The charism of St. Teresa's is love thy dear neighbor in the community in which we live. And you can be looking for me more in the community, as well as the stars of St. Teresa's. We are going to be more visible and do good work for the local community and also the greater nation.
It's a pleasure having you on the show. Remember, this is the Kansas City Business Association, and when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Thank you.
Thank you.
This program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.